William Gheen, the president and spokesperson for Americans for Legal Immigration PAC, ELIPAC.us is their website, over the weekend was in Greenville, South Carolina on Sunday, and he made the following comment in Lindsey Graham's home state.
Sometimes I wonder what it would take to make a
pause
person
that for just a second. He's talking here about the fact that Lindsey Graham, the Republican senator from South Carolina, is on the record as supporting, or at least so far, immigration reform. That is possibly a path to legal citizenship for people who are in the United States without legal documentation. Go ahead.
Sometimes I wonder what it would take to make a person sell their own country out like that. And there's one thing that it could be that I'm going to put out in the open here today. It's a secret that Lindsey Graham has. It's no secret in Washington, D.C. The Democrats know this secret. Obama, Jen, and Napolitano know this secret. The business industries in Washington that won't open borders and amnesty know this secret. The general public doesn't know this secret. I hope this secret isn't being used as leverage over Senator Graham. So today, I'm saying, Senator Graham, you need to come forward and tell people about your alternative lifestyle and your homosexuality. Come out of that closet, Lindsey. Come out of that log cabin closet. Barney Frank is more honest and brave than you. Because at least we know about Barney Frank, and nobody's going to hold it over his head. And we got to just, look, I'm a tolerant person. I don't care about your private life, Lindsey, but as our U.S. Senator, I need to figure out why you're trying to sell out your own countrymen, and I need to make sure you being gay isn't it.
So this piece of video has gone absolutely viral. It's been on all the websites all over. It's been talked about in the national and various national news reports. William Gheen is with us, alipac.us. William, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you for having me on with your listeners.
You're welcome. It seems to me that whether Lindsey Graham is gay or not, he claims that he's not, that he's a loner, is how he describes himself. He's in his 50s. He's never been married. And that is true of some people. There are some people who simply go through life never coupling up with somebody. And, whether he's gay or not is... It seems to be, A, pretty irrelevant, and B, this seems like a really low blow. What does this have to do with immigration, anyway?
Well, right now, Lindsey Graham is one of three major people trying to push for comprehensive amnesty for illegal aliens, which would turn 15-plus million illegals into competitive workers at a time we have 25 million underemployed Americans, and thus, once they became voters, destroy the borders of the United States as we know them.
Well, first of all, William, that's a whole string of oversimplifications and mischaracterizations of what Lindsey Graham has talked about and suggested over the years, what John McCain has talked about and suggested over the years, what Ronald Reagan did in 1986, and et cetera. I mean, it's, but what does that have to do? I get it. You don't like Lindsey Graham because he's in favor of immigration reform, whatever that may mean. Why go after the guy and claim that he's gay when in fact he may well not be? He denies he is, and try to. I mean, it seems to me like if he is gay and you're outing him in his own home state, that's wrong. If he wants to stay in the closet, and if he's not gay and you're trying to use that against him for immigration reform, that's really wrong.
I don't know when and where it's written down that it's wrong to encourage a sitting U.S. senator to be honest with his constituents about his lifestyle or any potential political liabilities. And
I would say it has to do with common decency.
Well, you may think it's common decency. I think it's the most important factor when you're a member of the U.S. Senate is the proper representation of the U.S. citizenry.
So you think every senator should sign a declaration about whether or not they're heterosexual or homosexual?
Of course not. I never said that, and I wouldn't understand.
You want every senator to be out about whether they're straight or gay?
No, I won't. What I want, in the situation of Lindsey Graham, as I move around the country asking people to write their senators, call their senators, and express their will, which 66 to 80% of Americans oppose what Senator Graham is doing right now on immigration reform, amnesty. He's not listening. One of the reasons he may not be listening is that it's well known in Washington, D.C., and in the inner circles in South Carolina that he is gay and that he wants that secret protected. And what I am doing today on your show And what I did this weekend is I'm creating balance between what the American public knows and what the corrupt special interest in Washington, D.C.
A lot of people didn't.
Senator Graham.
A lot of people didn't. A lot of Republicans, in particular, didn't like some of the policies that Bill Clinton was pursuing when he was president of the United States. For example, his encouraging a strong labor movement in the United States, his raising taxes on the very rich, and producing a balanced budget, ironically. And so they went after the fact that he was having sex with Monica Lewinsky, and apparently a variety of other women as well, that led to Monica Lewinsky. And I frankly don't give a damn, and I think most Americans don't give a damn, and I think that most Americans are really sick and tired of sexual politics.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
The next logical step, William Gheen, of what you're saying is that not only do you're going to Lindsey Graham and saying, tell us whether you're gay or straight. Why don't you go to every senator and say, have you done like Newt Gingrich did and be porking one of your aides while you're trying to impeach the president?
I agree. Well, I'm sorry. I thought I would get to talk to you.
And
I agree.
Yeah, your turn.
I agree with you 100%. I'm tired of the sexual politics, too. I said very clearly in my speech, I don't care that Lindsey Graham is gay. I have lots of friends and people that care about me and I care about very dearly that are gay. I'm not passing judgment on people being gay. I'm not trying to abuse Lindsey Graham. I stated very clearly in my speech, my concern is that when Lindsey Graham sits down with Obama and head of Homeland Security, Janet Napolitano, who's been deployed to pass this amnesty bill for some reason, that they know about his secret and that he doesn't want it out.
Well, there is no amnesty bill, William
Gheen. And they have that power over him. What I'm doing by outing a U.S. senator, by making history of outing a U.S. senator involuntarily, is I am removing their ability to hold that over his head directly.
Well, you're not outing him. You're making a charge. It's a completely different thing. You're not offering any evidence. You're not. This is nothing. You're engaging in the kind of speculation that one would expect in the National Enquirer or in the Daily World News.
Hold on. Listen up, buddy. All right. I'm not the National Enquirer. I'm the leader of an organization.
You have evidence that Lindsey Graham is gay?
I have over 44 campaigns of experience under my belt and a high degree of very public interaction with corruption in the Carolinas and prior service to gay politicians.
Well, what happens when some guy comes along and says, well, I have a lot of, years observing people like William Gheen, and I've concluded that he's probably, getting it on with Mary down at the restaurant on the side.
Well, I would ask you to confirm his validity when he says...
Well, that's what I just asked you to confirm about Lindsey Graham, and you couldn't do it.
My record is out there as a campaign consultant of over 44 campaigns in the Carolinas.
Yeah, but how do we know what you're doing in your spare time?
Listen, Lindsey Graham is gay. That's the truth. And you can squeal about it and squirm about it. It's not going to change the truth.
A truth for which you have no evidence.
I have plenty of evidence.
Name one.
I have plenty of evidence.
And
I have interviewed people in Washington, D.C. and South Carolina extensively. It is a well-known fact that Lindsey Graham is gay. I'm just making sure the American public knows what the special interest in D.C. knows so that they're on an even playing field.
Whether it is or not, it's a cheap shot, and I think this is despicable. William Gheen, Allapack.us. Thanks for dropping by and talking about it anyway.
Thanks, Thom.
Yeah.